Hey, welcome back to Production Line. I actually decided to just start a new map. This is actually the second time I've started a new map. The other time the game crashed on me. The other game wasn't going so well. I think I made a lot of mistakes. So this time I'm going to try to do things a little different. So let's try to go with, see, chassis assembly is 12 minutes. So fit body is 30 minutes. So I think one chassis assembly can feed 2 fit bodies. So I want to plan my conveyor belt out just a little better this time. And I'd like to have a more compact setup, preferably. So, since I don't want to have things spread out too far, I think I'm going to try something like this and see how it goes. So we got paint, fit engine, we can do fit accessories. I don't think we need to fit electronics, but we'll stick it in here anyway. Leave a little bit of a buffer zone here for fit electronics, and then we'll leave a bit of a buffer for the quality check, and then we will run export. There it is, right out. So I don't think I want it. Yeah, that's okay. Then this can run like this. Make sure everything's connected up. Then this one can run into that one like that. So now we need a resource importer. So let's use these resource importers here. This one can supply the things on this side that it's closest to, and this one can supply the things on this side that it is closest to. And then this one, I guess we can try to hook this one together and then hook this one together. So now everything should be ready. We don't have any research, so let's try to stick about 8 research offices in here so we can get a 1 per second. 2, 3. Well, I might just go with 4. 8 may be too much. So I think the first thing we should do is power production. Let's just see how things go. May go a little better this time. Hopefully the game doesn't flip out and crash on me. We're going to save extra early just to make sure. Let's go maximum speed here. So this may work out a little better. So we got our first car in the paint booth. So these guys are just waiting. They're just waiting for something to do. I like to keep things as efficient as possible. I like to try to keep around, say, 80 to 90. Right, I hope to be 90% once things get a little better here. Hopefully the more compact setup will help deal with that. Now, naturally, the chassis assembly is probably going to overproduce compared to the fit body, but I would hope that the fit body and the paint booth, I'd like for this all to stay as busy as possible. I think I'm going to fit a few more offices. 1, 3. We'll try to cram them in here someplace. So here now, already our first car, so we'll just call it basic sedan again. That'd be a... So there, basic sedan. Let's increase the markup to about 30%. Actually, let's see what 50%. Let's see if they'll sell at 50%. Because our current price is about $24,000. So I don't know if they will actually sell at $24,000, but we will definitely find out shortly. I'd like to be at 1. Okay, we got exactly 8 uh, 8 labs here working on power production because I want to get our power production under control. I don't want to have to buy electric if I don't have to. And I want to try to keep things as compact as possible during all this. So actually this is the longest part here. Okay, so let's go for robots right away in this video. Just about like where we were. So let's get a power plant. Can we get the power plant's probably noisy. I would say being around the power plant would be a very noisy thing. I'd like us to be close to being self-sufficient, and I think we're maybe one power plant away. But I want to keep this whole setup very compact. So I think maybe right here. So that puts us very, very close to being self-sufficient. And I'd rather underproduce just a little because you can't sell the excess than overproduce, because overproducing would be a waste. So we're just going to take robots again because we want to get this running as quickly as possible. So already the chassis assembly is outproducing fit body. So I'm going to upgrade fit body, but I'm not going to upgrade chassis assembly. The conveyor belts probably need to come in soon. I think I might just go ahead and buy one more power plant because this keeps us really close, so we don't have to buy anything. Let's see. Our income is 72,000, but our expenses are only 45. So already I'm doing much better during this particular video. So we have sold 15 already. So we're making pretty good money off the car. So it's a pretty good markup. And our biggest cost is still raw material or components purchase, followed by rent. So let's try to keep our cost under control at this time. So our power is, see, when you upgrade the robots, it takes more power because there's more robots working, so it requires more energy. So I think maybe, hopefully you don't hear the cat peacefully snoring away on my arm. Okay, so we want to get robots, and then the next thing I'm going to do is, I think that's maybe sort of the basic thing to do, is just fill out your robots. So let's go ahead and buy more robots here. And we're still backing up because it still only takes 12 minutes. So yeah, we're okay. And the paint booth cannot go any faster than it is. And because this design is compact, we can only feasibly feed so many cars into the paint booth. But I think Fit Engine can definitely use an upgrade without being a negative impact, I would hope. But I think Fit Accessories are okay because it's 14 minutes and Fit Engine's at 19 minutes. So that will be just fine. Fit Electronics is a very quick process, but we'll just go ahead and bring that on through anyway. Quality check is very, very quick. I'd like to see this build up a little more, but you know, this is a very compact design because we're going to change this all later. So the factory is very compact now. Instead of being like sprawling all the way up here, it's a very compact design. And we're actually making money this time. Our expenses are $64,000, but our income hasn't been very good. I'm guessing because we haven't been selling many cars. But once this gets rolling, and we get our resource production or our resource usage lined out, I may want to get a few more research offices, maybe 4 more. I think will merge. Just fill that little corner out like that. I think that's okay. No, I don't want any more to go away. So now we're researching twice as fast at 2 a second. So our chassis assembly is already filling up, and I want to get where I'm not seeing it. Oh, here it is. Improved efficiency. Should be very, very quick. All-time income of 846, but our expenses are 909,000. So, what's our biggest expense? Component purchase, rent, wages. So science wages. Well, I think it's okay. So once we get the cars rolling out, it'll be okay. So let's do faster resource delivery. This is a fun little game. I highly recommend, if you're interested in it even remotely, that you pick it up. It doesn't cost very much at all. That's odd. This must just be like, I guess it's just a large diesel engine, perhaps, that sends the exhaust outside, and it turns this generator generating electricity. So I wonder if they're going to add in perhaps something like solar power eventually. I don't think we need import priorities, but we do need faster resource imports. But well, now see, they're not really waiting for anything here, because they're overproducing compared to the fit body, and the fit body's overproducing compared to the paint booth. So I think we're okay. Have we made money? We're close. We're very close to having made money, and it's okay because we have a large science budget. But if it wasn't for having the generators, we probably would not be making money, I would say. This video won't be as long. I'm probably going to cut it around 30 minutes. Let's go for chassis specialization, and then try to work on some of the specialization first and get some of that out and done on this particular run, so you can see. Because I want to show you, like, I'd like to get chassis and paint, and then we can move on to the other ones later. This factory seems to be working better. I think we're okay. Our all-time income is just slightly below our expenses. So all-time expenses is 1 point. Actually, we were making money, so we've made an all-time profit of $64,000. We've lost in the last hour, but the last 24 hours we've made $91,000. So I think we're doing okay. It's like we've got one car stockpiled. And really the biggest thing is the paint booths are holding up fit engine. So I could have had a third paint booth to feed 2 fit engines, I think. But I think a 1-to-1 right now is just fine. Because the paint booths are saying, you know, they're running 90% of the time. Unfortunately, the fit engine only has a run time of somewhere around 60%, it looks like. Okay, axle specialization. Alright, now, after axles, after the chassis is paint. So let's get paint. And I'd like to show you some of that, hopefully before we get too deep into the process here. But you know, if you watch my other Battle Brothers video, I retired our mercenary company on it. I'm gonna play it later. I just wanted to try something different, and you know, this is what I picked. So we got paint specialization. I think this is just an upgrade for paint specialization. So what's after paint? We need to get fit body. So I think fit body needs to be our next one. I think we'll work the body out, and then after we get the body worked out, then we'll go from there. Because specializations into the other places can wait. And then we can just hook that in to our other line, so we can start another line right over here. And it'll have its own resource conveyor already. And we can just bring it this way. And then hook the end products into our main export line. And if we need to, there's another export. We can always start sending some exports that way. So everything seems like it's going well. We're 85% uptime here. We're 90% uptime here. This is the lowest uptime. But you know, that's okay. If these weren't so fast, like if I had not upgraded this, it would probably have a longer uptime. So since we've got that going on, and this is about done, let's hit doors. Okay, so now what we can do is under chassis assembly, you see now we can fit axles. We can't make axles. You can just have fit axles, or you can break it down into actual fit the front axle, and then fit the rear axle, and then fit the drive shaft, and then fit the undercarriage. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to fit front axle. Let's have a little space. And then we're going to fit rear axle. So these take, the rear axle is 15 seconds faster. So the front axle will actually produce less by 15 seconds than the rear axle. So let's leave about one space between them. And then the drive shaft just takes 1:58. But that's okay. Okay, and then actually fit undercarriage. We'll leave a little bit of space between these. So we'll put the conveyor. Okay, I want to make sure I can fit all the body parts first before we start doing anything. And I don't want to delete that, because if we delete it and then try to put it back, it'll cost more. And I wanted to have a little bit of space here. And we're going to upgrade these. So it just takes 1:50. And this takes 2 minutes. So we're not going to be a problem. See, this takes 1:36. So 1:50. This is actually faster. So this should stay up fairly well. Now if we need to, we can always add, there's enough room, see, to add slots in if I want to. Probably won't. So we are up here to fit undercarriage. And then we can fit the fuel tank itself, which that takes 4 minutes. So we're going to knock that down to 3 minutes. So since that's the fuel tank is going to be the slowest, I think I'll double that up. And then have the conveyor run like that. Because this is going to be every 1:45. And this still takes 3 minutes. So half of 3 minutes is a 1:30. So basically, that'll be real close, I think. We'll see how it goes. I don't want to sprawl out too much here. So we got fit fuel tank. Now after fit fuel tank comes fit body. And now we have all this fit body unlocked. So we can fit roll cage, and then hood, and then trunk and bumpers and arches. So we don't have the arch specialization unlocked yet. We're working on that. So let's go ahead and set this up. We can fit the roll cage. We can't make it yet. Fit roll cage takes 3 minutes, and these take 3 minutes and 15 seconds. So that's going to be half. So half of 3, let's slow down time here. Half of 3 minutes would be 1:30. Yeah, because a minute and a minute is 2 minutes, and then 2:30 makes. So that's be about 1:30. So you're going to have 1:30. Every 1:30, the fuel tanks are going to come out. But the roll cage takes a little bit longer. Takes 2 minutes and 31 seconds. But it's okay, I think, to have a little bit of a backup buffer here. Okay, we got fit roll cage, and then we can fit hood. The fit hood only takes 2 minutes. Now this is going to take 2 minutes and 31 seconds. So I think we're just going to still keep this a 1-to-1 ratio. We're not going to completely try to specialize. So we got fit hood. Let's go ahead and speed that back up so we get the arches. We can fit trunk, takes 2 minutes. Now this takes 2 minutes flat, and fit trunk takes 2:15. And you know, the time will decrease when I come back through here and upgrade these, because now, you know, now it's minute 37, and now that's minute 50. So there's fit trunk. We can fit bumper, fit the front bumper and then the rear bumper. Okay, so now the arches are done. We don't want the accessories right now. I don't want to manufacture my own parts. The engine will be the next step. So I think I'll start working on engine specialization. Now, okay, here fit trunk, and you can fit bumper next. Fit the front bumper. Let's turn. Fit the front bumper, and then we'll roll that right into fit rear bumper. Okay, and then fit bottom trim. Can roll right directly into that. Now, the front arch and rear arch can roll into each other and take a conveyor belt. Okay, and then fit vent can roll directly into that. You got fit roof, which can fit here, and then fit door panels, fit windows. I'm about to come back and upgrade these down this way. So, and since I'm doing a 1-to-1 this time, and I'm not trying to specialize and maximize production, I think it will come out better. So everything down through here, except for this guy, and then this one. And now this should roll out cars at a lower cost. So now we're at fit windows. So we got down here fit windows. You can kind of see you can break these down. So we're at fit windows. Now the next thing after fit windows is fit wing mirrors. And see, now we got engine specialization. So you can fit each of the individual special engine parts. So let's get steering specializations. And by the time that we actually have this fixed up, okay, so now we're at fit wing mirrors. So now we're actually ready for paint. So I think I probably should have took paint, but let's get this rolling. See, we need an importer here and a conveyor, which should run this way. It can run like that. This one can run this way. Okay, so now I think we can get another importer and feed these down here from this one. So let's feed this off of this, and then we'll feed that one off of that one. And then this one can feed here. So this one can feed like that, and then this one can feed like that. And then we'll feed these, since it's pretty much a straight feed. We can feed these off an importer this way. So as you can see, we're already, that looks like it actually should have one more conveyor. Okay, that looks better. So these are going to stock resources. And see, as you can see, the cars are already rolling down the line in a hurry. You see how fast this is putting cars out, right? So I actually want to hit paint specialization up and finish it before I go any farther. So you see how this is going. So wing mirrors, we're already at wing mirrors, and it's just been a few seconds. So this is incredibly faster than the old way. I mean, it's, you know, here comes the car and it's a whoosh. You know, it's a much faster process. So we're at fit. We were up here at the body and fit doors and then fit wing mirrors. So after that it's paint. But I want to wait just enough until we get the next paint specialization. And you'll see just how fast these cars. I'll probably use I'll probably turn and export them over here like that, and then we can have a quality check here. We can go ahead and set that up. I hate that. That's offset. I'm going to waste money, unfortunately. I hate to, but... And if we have to, we can always join, like siphon off some down this way, because these guys aren't doing much. We can always go siphon it off and run it into here. So how much do we have left on our paint? We don't have to super specialize, but there's paint undercoat, dry finish. I think those are just upgrades. So paint undercoat is 3 minutes. So we'll hook that in, and then dry undercoat, and then paint finish, and then dry finish. Okay, and now we can run into fit engine. So this is the point where I really need to make up my mind. Do I want to split this line, or do I just want to turn it back this way? Just turn it back and then snake it back around, because we still got fit engine and then fit accessories, but fit engine can have quite a few. See, we're not making the powertrain. None of this is unlocked, so we may have like a basic fit engine down here, and we'll split this conveyor system. No, I don't want you to do that. I want you to go this way and this way. Oh, it says fit steering wheel, so you have to fit steering wheel? So that come out of paint finish and dry finish. So it says fit steering wheel. Why was fit steering wheel the next thing? Like you can't send it to fit engine? That doesn't make sense, because it comes out of dry finish and the next thing is fit engine. Like it doesn't, you can't. No, it won't let you. Unfortunately, that was a giant waste of money, so I guess I'm just going to have to wait. So you can upgrade faster drying, turbo drying. Unfortunately, we don't have any of these researched yet. So I really need, it has fit steering wheel as the next step. So I guess we'll just have to fit steering wheel. So it says, but fit steering wheel is like all the way down here. So it says fit steering wheel is the next thing. So do you put steering column and then steering wheel? So you could just have fit steering assembly, it looks like. Let's see, what do we want? Let's get the high output power plant. So it's telling me I need to fit steering wheel. So this is fit steering column and fit steering wheel in one thing. Or you can have them separated. So let's actually turn fit steering assembly is a plant, but it's fit steering wheel. Let's turn this way. So the column first, and then the wheel. Well, what do you need? I don't understand. Like, what do you want? Well, I don't understand. Why would the next slot found be fit brakes? After dry finish, why would fit brakes be the next thing? So you need to make up your mind. I don't know. I don't understand. Let's just get rid of that and see what it says. Why is fit brakes the next slot? So if we put fit wheel assembly here, will you actually work or not? So it doesn't know what it wants. And I don't know what to do. Unfortunately. So paint finish and dry finish should be the next thing, right? So after dry finish should be a fit engine. And it fits everything in one go. You should be able to fit power. Okay. So now that works. So fit powertrain just works. And after that should be fit radiator, which I'm going to turn around. And I think I may have confused it when I tried to attach that other slot that way. Alright, so now we're at fit radiator. We can't make it. We can fit exhaust. And then fit the wheel assembly. And then steering column. And steering wheel. So I think it's time to put another importer and run this off of that importer. Okay, so now we're at fit steering wheel. So after fit steering wheel is actually fit accessories. Unfortunately, fit accessories has not been completely unlocked, so let's leave a little bit of a buffer just in case I actually want to run more than one fit accessories. So we can upgrade that, and that, and this one here, and also this one, and this one too, and this one can be upgraded. So let's see, fit wing mirrors is upgraded. What's the first? Paint undercoat is the first thing. I want paint undercoat. High pressure paint nozzles, okay. And then dry undercoat is not researched for the next step. And then paint finish can benefit from that. So these cars are moving pretty quick. Okay, so after fit accessories, what's after fit accessories? Fit electronics. So let's turn a fit electronics here. And we're going to run out of money. Let's not run out of money. So did I not accept that loan? Okay. I don't understand. So all the loans are messed up and we can no longer do anything, apparently. So he does not have a route to stockpile, but it does now. So let's hope we don't go broke. If we need to sell some cars. Because for whatever reason the loan tab is not correctly working. What's it cost to upgrade? So we should actually have a pretty fast process. As you can see, everything is pretty much waiting, so it's much faster than that original process. The slowest part seems to be right here at fit powertrain. So now we're actually making a little bit of money. Why the loans aren't working, I don't know. So as you can see, you can break these down into the individual task. We're actually making, looks like we're making money. The last hour, our income was 48, but our expenses were 88. But the last 24, overall, we've made money, it looks like. So it looks like, as I figured, Fit Accessories is probably the backup point here, since it's not broken down. I hate when it does that. If you right click, sometimes it deletes things that I don't particularly want deleted. Now let's see if we can buy, how much? It's $70,000 for the big power plant, but it's going to keep us from buying electric. So they're not reaching us in anything. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. I don't want accessory specialization. I'd actually just like to get our research or our imports faster. So you can actually see this is all backed up, so it doesn't take very long. It sends the axles down the way. So it's actually backed up all the way down through here. So these aren't working as efficiently as possible. And again, I'm not as good at the game as I could be. And we're waiting. So what are we waiting at? We're waiting for the paint. So I think if we could speed the paint up, I think maybe the paint should have been... Where's paint at? Let's get paint instead. Let's finish off faster drying and go that way. Because we're waiting here on the paint side of things. I think we need another power plant. Where can I squeeze it in at? I think I squeeze one down here. So it's no time at all that these axles are made and ready to go. As you can see, it actually starts to look like a car. Okay, so the axles, and then now you got the chassis. You see how fast that was? The chassis is already done. Okay, and then you got the chassis. It comes this way, and then it starts to get the. You can see it gets the cage put on it, and then as you can see, oh, it gets the hood. And then it gets the trunk. You can see it gets the trunk, and then it comes down this way. It gets a bumper. See, it gets they fit the bumper on it, and then they fit the rear bumper on it. I don't know the trim. I don't know what the bottom trim. I'm not seeing that much of a visual difference there. Then it starts fitting these other parts. Okay, so this is fitting the fenders and the quarter panels, basically. And then it comes down here and it gets a roof. See, there's the roof, and it comes all over this way, and then the door panels get put on, and then the windows. See, this one's got windows in it, and this one doesn't. And then off the paint. So we can upgrade the paint boost just a little. So the paint boosts are running fairly consistent. See, right here is where the slowdown is. Fit powertrain. So you can see it comes in here, and here's the engine assembly. So it gets the engine, and it rolls down this way, and it gets all kinds of goodies put on it. See how fast it goes? It's so fast. It gets wheels in there. It looks like a car. Gets the accessories put in it, and poof, off it goes. So right here is our slow up point. We need to dry faster, which we should be researching faster dryers, actually turbo drying. So we're starting to build up cars, and I'm just wondering if maybe we should adjust the prices. So we're at 50% markup. The market value is down to $15,000. So let's go down to, well, we're not stockpiling any cars, so We'll just keep it at 50% markup until we start stockpiling a bunch of them. Then we'll have a problem. But the paint's running 90%, but back down this way it isn't. But you can see that it's a pretty neat game. Looks like we're about the 40-minute mark, so I'm gonna show these upgrades here. There's one more upgrade. See, these are 11 minutes. It takes 11 minutes to dry, but it only takes how long does it take to paint? See, it only takes it 3 minutes to paint. So I should have really kind of diversified the drying part. But it's a pretty neat game. I'm going to leave it here. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, okay?